So can we agree that was decent, right? It looked like I knew what I was doing. That's what happens when you fire your pelvis on a little shot like that. You've got, this has been measured. So I'm going to get technical for a second. When they measure the body in 3D, the torso, the hips accelerate, the torso accelerates, the left arm accelerates, the club accelerates. It happens in that order most of the time. Now, most of the time what happens, it goes backwards and forwards. When the hips accelerate, then they start to slow down, that accelerates the torso. When the torso slows down, that accelerates the left arm. When the left arm slows down, that accelerates the club. That's called separation of segments. That creates torque, that creates speed. The sharper your deceleration curves are, the sharper your acceleration of the next body segment is. Does that make sense? It's a little bit complicated. That's why when you see Laurie stop his hips, it really speeds up everything else. But copying that is a joke, okay? So everybody following me so far? When they measure good players on pitch shots, the acceleration and deceleration curves are flatter, and there's no separation in the segments. Everything accelerates and decelerates together, so you don't produce torque and speed, so you can have touch. Okay? So, if I go like this is going to accelerate too much. And what did I do in reaction? I slowed down and I chunked it. Whereas, Tom Seekman made a mistake, and everybody's frying him for it. He's a short game expert, one of the leading short game experts. He said the sequence is backwards. The club moves first, then the arms, then the torso, then the hips. And he's gotten fried for that because he misread the graph. So he misread a graph, he wrote a book, it was in print, it was out there. You got to explain to him that he misread it. His point was correct, that it should look more like this, but in actuality, everything kind of fires together. So it looks more like this. See, there's not a lot of violent hip motion. Now, you already saw what it looked like when I fired the hips and I chunked it. That looked terrible, did it not? So if we go, the other extreme is actually way better. So watch this. I didn't turn my hips at all, and I still hit a pretty good looking shot, didn't I? Aside from how weird this looked, up here it looked totally normal, didn't it? So that's why, you know, keeping the hips and knees quiet. God, I will see this. My buddy Jeff, remember my friend that showed up yesterday in the ugly looking shorts? This is the way Jeff hits a pitch. He fires both of his knees and drives them. Good luck, okay? So essentially, you're better off overdoing this than having too much lower body action. The quieter you are from here down, the better success you're gonna have. See, a lot of movement, ball doesn't go very far. All right, anything else?